Hello, Dr. Muhammad Hafiz bin Sarji, our lecturer for Technical Support Services and Maintenance for Information Agencies, RMD 222, and today my group member will present to you about new development of PC software, which is macOS Catalina 10.15.5. So I am Bertrand Tigang, and my other group members' names is Cynthia Marcia, Muhammad Ridwan, Nur Haswani, Priska Palmi, and lastly, Johanna.
Hi, a very good morning, and my name is Priska Palmiana Jites. So today I would like to present the new development of PC software, which we had choose, which is macOS Catalina 10.15.5. The version is 10.15.5. So the abstracts of this report is actually it is discussing about the new development of PC software, which is macOS Catalina version 10.15.5. So the software systems and their environment change are continuous, yes. So they are enhanced, corrected, and ported to new platforms. So these changes can affect a system adversely. Thus, software engineers perform regression testing to ensure the quality of the modified systems. So this macOS Catalina was announced on June 3rd, 2019 during the WWDC keynote speech. It was released on October 7, 2019. So this macOS Catalina version 10.15.5 is the newest operating system and primarily focuses on updates to built-in apps. So the keywords are macOS Catalina, operating system, Apple, and search engines.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mahazani binti Abdul Taib. So I will discuss about the abstract of this assignment. So this assignment is discussed about the new development of PC software, which is known as macOS Catalina 10.15.5. Software system and the environment change are continuous, and the keywords for this task is macOS Catalina, operating system, and Apple, and search engine.
Hello and Assalamualaikum to Dr. Hafiz. So my name is Muhammad Ridwan bin Ahmad Bedri. So I will give introduction to the macOS Catalina. So before that, we go to the definition of operating system. So operating system is a system software that carry a major function or task in a computer. It acts as a host that manage and coordinate all operation by providing a common services in a computer. So the function of the operating system is communicating with the hardware, which acts as an intermediary between computer hardware and software, which related to the input and output device. Next is also responsible for executing the application, which allow the user to run the application efficiently on a computer. And next is provide an interaction between the user and other software by using a graphical user interface. So next is we go to the introduction of macOS. So it is one of operating system for an Apple computer Macintosh. It was developed by the American computer company Apple Incorporation, and it was introduced in 1984. So the inspiration comes from the Microsoft Corporation, which they developed their own graphical user interface, which differentiate it with other operating system. So the latest version is macOS 10.15.5, which are popularly known as Catalina. All of the version is simplified by name and number, such as the previous version, which is macOS 10.14 Mojave, and macOS 10.13 High Sierra.
My name is Cynthia Marcia Sisam, and now we go to the first slide, which is history. Apple currently Mac operating system, which originally named macOS X, and it has changed the name to OS X until 2016. And the first macOS version that are released, which is named Kodiak, which is the macOS X public beta. And the Apple start to use name OS X for version 10.8, which is Mountain Lion. And also there's other version of Mac OS X, which is such as lion, leopard, cheetah, puma. And the Apples keep updating their operating system, and they use for the next version, they use the name of the location in California for the next release for the new version. They switch from the Mac operating system name OS X, and they change to the Mac OS. And the latest operating system that are launched is macOS Catalina, which is the version of 10.15.5, which is known as macOS Catalina, and it is known as the successor to macOS Mojave, which name comes from the Santa Catalina Island, and it has released in the year of 2020, which is latest, 26 May. And also there is other macOS version which use the name of Catalina, which is Sierra Nevada, which is represent the high Sierra camp in the Catalina.
Next is the functions of the Mac operating system 10.15.5. The Mac operating system Catalina 10.15.5 versions has introduced a new battery health management features for the Mac notebooks. The functions of these features is to extend the overall lifespan of the Mac's battery by reducing the rate of chemical aging. This is because the battery health management will help the user to analyze the battery health of the laptops and its charging pattern. Secondly, the FaceTime prominence preference. The function of this feature is to make sure that the user are able to control automatic prominence of video tiles on group FaceTime calls. This means that the users will have an option of being able to turn off the features that zoom in on the speaker when they are talking. Next is calibration fine-tuning for Pro Display XDR. The function of these options is to fine-tune the built-in calibrations of your Pro Display XDR by adjusting the white point and luminance for a precise match to your on-display calibrations target. The other functions is iCloud Drive folder sharing that is now allows to users to share folders with users from iCloud Drive. This also enables user to grant access to select few peoples by inviting them or creating a sharing link to your folder. Lastly, the Mac OS Catalina 10.15.5 update version also has addressed an issue that caused large data transfer to RAID volumes to freeze up the Finder apps. So with this update, large data transfer will no longer cause Finder to become unresponsive.
Okay, so the tools used by the macOS is MacBook. MacBook is the main one, and actually the original names of MacBook is a line of Macintosh laptop computers designed by the Apple company. After upgrading their laptop, they also use the new operating system, which is known as macOS Catalina. And macOS Catalina have a various of version. Then for mobile phone, usually they will use iOS for the main operating system, and the main focus of creating macOS Catalina is to be used by working people, because working people will more often using laptop, so the software is more suitable to the working people or either student. There are 7 types of Mac that can run macOS Catalina, which is first MacBook 2015, MacBook Air 2012, MacBook Pro 2012, Mac Mini 2012, iMac 2012, iMac Pro, and lastly is Mac Pro 2013.
So now we go to the comparison with previous technology. So the previous version for the macOS Catalina is macOS 10.14 Mojave, which officially released in 24 September 2018. So the final update for this version is 26 May 2020, which is the macOS 10.14.6. So the features that we want to compare here is the preferences of interface. So for the Mojave generation, it's come up with a new mode for interface, which is the dark mode. So previously, it required the user to turn off the dark mode manually. But for macOS Catalina, there are enhancements regarding the dark mode, which it will turn into a light or a bright mode automatically during the day. So next features is about the compatibility of the software and architecture. So for the Mojave, it supports the 32-bit apps, which consists of the older software. But for the macOS Catalina, it doesn't support 32-bit apps, which for the 32-bit app will not run on Catalina. So next is software management. For the Mojave generation, all the entertainment apps are combined in the iTunes. But on Catalina, the entertainment apps are separated into 3 apps, which is the Apple Music, Apple TV, and Podcast, for enable the user to have a proper file organization. So next is lastly is the intelligent features of productivity. So there are new feature in macOS Catalina, which is a sidecar, which create a bigger workspace, such as for providing a multitask and multiple desktop. And next is the screen time, which is regarding the Mac health management, which control the usage routine and configure the usage time for a healthier Mac life.
So the advantages of macOS Catalina 10.15.5 is to improve the stability, performance, and capability of operating system. So the first advantages is battery health management in the energy saver setting of notebooks. The battery health management is a game changer for this laptop, because the battery health management feature analyzes the battery health of a laptop and its changing pattern. The new Catalina will preserve battery longevity and help by not changing a MacBook to its full capacity, which can help to reduce battery life. Mac is used plugged in and the battery is largely kept full. Battery health management will help and stop it when it's already fully charged. Okay, for the second one is permanence on group FaceTime calls. The video tiles not change size when people speak. It also fixed the issue where reduced motion accessibility preference did not reduce the speed of the animation in the FaceTime group call. For the third advantages, improves the calibration fine-tuning for Pro Display XDR. For Pro Display XDR, macOS Catalina 10.15.5 control to fine-tune and the built-in calibration of the Pro Display XDR by adjusting the white point and luminance for a precise image to on-display calibration target. Okay, for the last advantages is to improve performance on certain Mac models when enabling hardware acceleration in GPU-intensive apps, such as used for video conferencing. macOS Catalina 10.15.5 fixed the stability issue with uploading and downloading media files from iCloud photo library while Mac is asleep. It is very convenient for users so that they do not have to wait while download or upload files from iCloud photo library. Of macOS Catalina 10.15.5. First one, more difficult for users to ignore available software updates and remain on their current operating system version. And the security updates for macOS Mojave and macOS High Sierra released alongside the 10.15.5 make it more difficult for users to ignore available software updates and remain on their current operating system version. This means there is no longer a terminal command that can be used cause Mac running macOS Mojave and macOS High Sierra from displaying the Catalina upgrade information in the System Preference app. For the second limitation is the updated Catalina OS has actually started to slow their screen down. So Apple want to figure things out why it can slowing your system down because a lot of macOS Catalina user complain about it. And physical Mac laptop or desktop does not actually support this latest edition of Mac OS. For the third limitation is physical Mac laptop or desktop does not actually support this latest edition of macOS. This could certainly be the case if the Mac was made before the year of 2012 as it will not be compatible with macOS 10.15.5 Catalina. The last limitation for macOS Catalina is macOS Catalina supports 64-bit apps only. And then 32-bit app no longer work in macOS Catalina and the Mac will get a warning when install the updates for the first time. Meanwhile, macOS Catalina supports 64-bit apps only, and that means that some of the older apps that have not been updated for a while will not going to run at all.
The future of technology. Yes, Apple is quite a famous brand and a really good brand because they produce many new technology that really suit the need of the user. But still, there is a minimal problem that the Apple need to take actions so that the problems will not getting serious. The first one is fixing bugs. These problems has been solved for in the next for the previous technology, but then it still occur in the new version, which is 10.15.5, and the user noticed that they face this problem, and also Apple they receive complaints from the user, which is the bug caused the system preference from perform, or in other words getting slow. And this bug may slow down the apps and need to be, and the user they receive the notification that shows that some of the apps need to be uninstalled before the software been updated, which is this will cause inconvenience of the user. So for the future of the upcoming release, upcoming version, the user hope that these bugs can be fixed so that there is no this kind of problem that occur and may cause inconvenience to them. Next is a new look and interfaces for Catalina. The macOS need to for the next version. This interface of the macOS need to be user friendly because nowadays, day by day, the Apple user is increasing, so they need to ensure that the new user who really newbie that use their technology will easily adapt themselves with the new interface. And this is so they also need to ensure that the interface is interesting, even it is in simple, but it is interesting and user friendly, so that it can facilitate the user in doing their work or assignment. Is battery health management. The Apple need to this minimal problem. The Apple need to take actions and need to be emphasized by the Apple, because some of the user they complain that this battery management is not accurate in measuring the capacity of the battery. For example, the macOS, their PC or their PC or the laptop has been charged a few minutes ago, and it shows that already 100%, which is full. But then a few minutes later, the amount that the battery shows is decrease, which is 50%. Even they are not doing any task or work using the macOS. So for the future technology, it is good for the Apple to has intelligent charge mode, which is battery temperature control, so that the user can get the accurate measure of the battery management health and battery health management, and also to prevent from overheat, which is good if the Apple has battery temperature control, to ensure that the lifespan of the battery is the user can use their technology for a long period.
macOS Catalina 10.15.5 is better version Mac operating system than before because it keeps fixing all the bugs and problems. It brings many interesting features and it improves many problems that caused by Catalina 10.15.4, which is the previous Mac Catalina. macOS Catalina 10.15.5 also made things more convenient and easier to access features for the user. It also helps to lose some space storage, and it really helps to make the Mac feel more light and faster. But not all operating system is perfect. There must be some issue or bugs will happen. So thank you, and that's all from our group. Thank you for listening.